Morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Tammy Long Hayward. This is the State Court of Clayton County. This is the calendar call for criminal trial calendar. This is the August 25th, 2025, 10 a.m. calendar call. And I'm going to begin calling the calendar to determine which cases are going to go forward on the particular trial date. If you are an attorney representing someone, then I'll need you to speak up on their behalf, give your update after the state gives their update. But for those of you who are the defendants in these cases, I do need to know that you are here. So the first things first, please don't leave your designation up as a nickname, or iPhone, or Samsung, or anything of that nature. Please make sure that you have your first and last name on the screen. I see somebody who is Hayward 304, but I'm Hayward 304. So I need you to put your first and the last name on the screen. So I'm going to walk you through it. If you activate the screen near where you see your face or where your name should be, you will see a blue box with 3 white dots. Click on that blue box. You'll see a pull down menu, and in that pull down menu, you should see rename. Click on rename. Put your first and last name as it would appear on the calendar. So if you've married since then or divorced since then, I still need to know the name that was on the citation or arrest warrant that you got. So first and last name on the calendar, hit enter, and that should change your name on the screen, okay? All right, so we're going to begin. The first case was closed, Megan Baxter. So that case is done, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, Mr. Litt?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Can you not hear me?
I didn't hear what you asked. My apologies.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was verifying that Megan Baxter's case is closed.
Yes, Judge. I believe they null crossed that on like August 14th.
Clark, Michaela Ikela Clark is closed.
Yes, Judge. She's present, but I've told her it's null cross.
Yeah, Ms. Clark, you are free to go at this time. Just you understand what got you here the first time, so please don't repeat that behavior, okay?
You're free to go, and you can contact me about
All right, next is Jorge Cortez Villanueva.
Your Honor, William Tutor for the state. That case has been transferred.
Okay. All right. Kenny Duranis, I have that case is closed also.
Your Honor, he has 2 cases. The first case has been closed. His DUI, the state is in conferences with the defense regarding our negotiations at this point. I believe we've worked something out.
That's what I'm going to say, Judge. I believe that's going to be worked out. Just need to go through the final details with Mr. Durant, but I believe we'll have a negotiated plea today.
Okay,
And he is present.
all right. All right, next is Dean Edward Draper.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Draper's case will be resolved today. I just need to speak conference with the state and then my client.
Okay. All right, next is Hollis, Timothy D. Hollis.
Your Honor, state's going to announce a null pros in that case. We've determined that the victim in that case currently resides outside the state's jurisdiction. They live in California.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Hollis, anyone associated with the Timothy D. Hollis case, you're free to go at this time. I just do caution you, Mr. Hollis, you know what circumstances got you here in the first place. So please be mindful of that you don't want to be back in that same situation. Okay. Hollis, free to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until you're going to be speaking to the court, please make sure that you keep your devices muted. So if you look on your screen and you see a red cross across a what looks like an old-fashioned microphone, then that means you're muted, and that's a good thing until you're speaking with the court. All right, Manuel Kimberly.
Your Honor, the defendant was excused as well, and I believe that Attorney Barton has a conflict today. The court has moved this case to a motions hearing on September 17th.
All righty. Next is Amaya Kamora Neely Lloyd. Bradley Moody is the attorney. All right, Ms. Lloyd.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if Mr. Moody knew he needed to be here today. He does have a pending motion to suppress that is scheduled for September 17th.
All right, so there's a conflict. He did file a conflict for this week. Ms. Lloyd, we will see you and your attorney on September 17th at 11 a.m. for the motions calendar, okay? All right, thank you, ma'am. You're free to go at this time. Be safe. Next is Jordan Avery McGee.
Yes, Your Honor. Defense would need to conference with the state and then with my client, and I would then have an announcement for the court.
All right. Next is Frederick Bernard McGuire.
Your Honor, state submitted a null pros to Your Honor on Thursday.
Okay, it might be McGuire. I'm sorry, I may have pronounced that incorrectly. All right, no pros. And if I haven't signed it, I will. Kiafa Kenneth Newton.
Your Honor, same announcement. State submitted a null pros on Thursday.
All righty. Keith Rashawn Nicholson.
Your Honor, same announcement. State submitted a null pros on Thursday.
Oh,
And
I signed these, I think, in court, in traffic court. Yes.
And Your Honor, my client is present. Can he be excused, please?
Yes. So, Mr. Nicholson, anyone related to these cases, McGuire, Newton, Nicholson, you are free to go at this time. I caution you. Please remember what got you here before the court. Just try not to do that again. All right. Next is Rashawn Lamar Sumlin. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I forget Perkins. Patrick Tyrell Perkins.
Your Honor, state would like to have the victim place something on the record, and then the state will make an announcement.
All right. Who's the victim?
Your Honor, that will be Mr. Herbert White Perkins. I think that he is on his Hayward 304.
All right, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna send you a prompt. It's gonna pop up and ask you to start your video.
Your Honor, may we take this up at the end of the calendar?
We can't just do it now.
Oh, we can, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. All right, there you are, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can't see you, ma'am.
That's okay. I'm here.
All right.
All right, Mr. Tipton, you wish to put something on the calendar in the Patrick Tyrell Perkins case, 2022 CR 01178.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Hold
Yes,
on, Mr. Perkins.
yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. I don't want this to go any farther.
Hold on, Mr. Perkins. First, we gotta
I'm-
do we gotta make the record, okay?
All right. Yes,
So
ma'am.
Mr. Tipton is gonna ask you some questions, but he's gotta say some things first.
All right.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Tipton.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, with regard to case 2022 CR 01178, state is going to call Mr. Herbert White Perkins to the Zoom call. Mr. Perkins, please raise your right hand. Make sure it's visible in the
Yes.
Zoom.
Raise your
Yes,
right
sir.
hand for me, sir.
It is, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Tipton, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Perkins, how are you related to Mr. Patrick Tyrell Perkins?
He's my son.
All right. Thank you, sir. Can you state your name for the record as well, sir?
Herbert W. Perkins Jr.
Okay. Were you listed as the named victim in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And to perfect the record, this is the case resulting from the incident that occurred on January 1st of 2022. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, sir, it's my understanding that you no longer wish to move forward in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Okay. Do you have any fear for your safety?
No, sir.
Is this the first time this has happened?
Pardon me?
Is this the first time something like this has happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this point in time, is it your desire for the state to dismiss all charges?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand that if there's an incident in the future, you need to call the police. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. I have no further questions. Mr. Lynch?
I don't have any questions, Perkins. Thank you, sir.
At this time, state submits a null pros.
All right, Mr. Perkins, Mr. Patrick Perkins, the case is going to be no pros. It will not be pursued, but please, sir, be mindful of the fact that whatever got you before the court, you need to be mindful of that. And if it's an issue where you and Mr. Perkins Sr. need to get counseling or work something out, or maybe live in different spaces, if that was the issue, then please make that happen so that this doesn't occur again, okay? All right, Mr. Perkins, you're free to go at this time.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Perkins, take care.
You as well, ma'am. Thank
Roy,
you.
you're welcome. Roy Shun Lamar Sumlin.
Yes, Your Honor, I sent over a motion to withdraw due to conflict to you on Friday. We actually represented the cross-defendant Michael Mabry back in 2021 on this same matter, and Mabry was before Judge Garrett, Your Honor.
State's submitting a null pros in this case.
All right, thank you. Anyone here on the Sumlin case, you're free to go at this time. Rolanda Veal.
Ms.
Well,
Beal,
Yes, I'm here.
okay.
I'm here.
Judge, I represent Ms. Veal, and I believe that I have a meeting to get the video in this case, and I believe there's a motion to suppress pending. So I guess our announcement would be ready, subject to viewing that video and having that motion hearing, Judge.
All right, so I don't see you on the September motions calendar. When did you file the motion to suppress?
If you give me one moment, I'll look that up, Judge. If I misspoke about the motion pending, I apologize, but I'm fairly confident that the motion was filed timely. So it looks like I filed a motion to suppress on June the 2nd,
Okay,
and I do not see it scheduled on motion calendar.
all right. Okay, we'll put you on the, Miss Val, what's the next available motions calendar?
Who's this client, Judge? Because I didn't get that motion either. Who's this client? Ville, you said?
Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing that name, Rolanda Veal. It's been a
Okay.
minute.
The motion calendar is September 17th, but it is scheduled on the trial calendar. So are we going to remove the trial calendar and go straight? Or are we going to do the motion prior to trial?
I hate to do it prior to trial because then there's such a delay in starting the first trial. So let's go ahead and put them on the motions calendar for the September 7th.
And Your Honor, state would object to any motion. It was untimely. The motion would have been due on the 1st. It was submitted on the 2nd.
Judge, so I would ask that it be scheduled for a motion. And I would like to review that as far as the timeline, but if I missed it by one day, Judge, I know it's within the court's discretion to allow it to be heard. If you recall, May was a very busy time in this courtroom. I think a weekend or a holiday. I think it may be because there was a holiday. Judge, I'm pretty good about making sure that I file these on time. Not saying that I haven't missed one, but I believe that Monday may have been a holiday, and that's where the state's coming from.
And Your Honor, the 1st was on a Thursday. The 2nd, when it was filed, was on a Friday.
You said you filed it June 1st? June 2nd?
June 2nd, Your Honor.
Nope, June 1st was on a Sunday. The 2nd was on a Monday.
Yeah, see, that would have been the weekend, Judge. I think that's maybe the.
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I saw I was looking at the wrong month.
Okay.
So then we're agreeing.
Are we going to put it on this September 17th motion calendar, Judge?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's all good. I have missed a couple. That's all I was worried, but I'm pretty sure.
All right, so Veal will be on the September 17th motions calendar. Just make sure you watch the video and you're ready to go forward on that date if you're gonna go forward. LaTanya Latresa Williams.
Your Honor, state submitted a null pros on that on Thursday.
Okay.
And Your Honor, Miss Williams is here. Can she be excused?
She may. Ms. Williams, you're free to go at this time. Just please remember, whatever got you before the court, you may want to make some adjustments in your life. Justin Jamal Willis.
Your Honor, I have that case was reset.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Your
You have
Honor,
that.
Your Honor, I have that Justin Jamal Willis's case was reset to October 6th.
I have that Mr. Barton has a conflict, but I don't see that reset. Ms. Val, Ms. Wright, can somebody verify that?
I believe he was on the status calendar and needed to do something, but he did file a conflict. So October 6th is the next trial calendar.
Okay, so we're gonna move, oh, I think we did move him to the
Yes.
next. Yeah, okay,
Trial.
so Willis is on the October 6th trial calendar and Mr. Barton is gonna have notice of it. Mr. Willis, you're free to go at this time. Please be safe. Please keep in touch with your attorney, and you're going to be on the court's October 6th trial calendar.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes,
This is Rolanda Villa. Am I free to go?
yes, ma'am.
All right, thank
You'll
you.
be back on September 17th, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Next is Tyrone David Wright.
What say the state?
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so the Mr. Wright's charged with driving on a suspended or revoked license, no insurance, concealing the ID of a motor vehicle, no tag, expired or invalid tag, and covering the license plate. And he is before the court for a jury trial on the September 8th calendar. All right, we will see you in court, in person, in court, in the courthouse, Mr. Wright, on September 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
Yolanda Burton Wright.
Judge,
Yes, I'm here.
Judge, she is present. I believe we're likely to make a ready announcement, but before I do that, I think that the state, I think we may have something to conference on. So if Ms. Wright could just hang tight on the Zoom call, and then I'll let her know when she can leave, if that's pleases the court.
All right, so this is what I have. Conference on Duranitz, the second case, the DUI, conference on Draper, conference on McGee, conference on Wright. Did you all wish to have me put the courtroom in a breakout room with someone, or do you have individual videos that you want put in?
Judge, Ms. Tortorello may request some breakout rooms. I have Mr. Duranith in the courtroom, so I'll be able to work just in the courtroom, and then anyone Ms. Tortorello needs to talk to, she'll probably request a breakout.
Okay, so Ms. Tortorello, you said that you needed to speak with the state. Do you need to
Yes.
speak with your clients first or the state first?
I would like to speak with the state first.
All right, Mr. Tipton, are you headed back to your room or?
Your Honor, I think it'll be fine to, well, for one, I've got my computer with me, so I can just.
Okay.
I can speak
I'll-
for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna put Mr. Tipton on his computer and Ms. Tortorello in a breakout room number 1, and then you all work that out.
Your Honor, I can speak with Mr. Tortorella.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Tortorello? You want
Yes,
to?
I'm here.
Mr. Brooks is in his office, and then Mr. Tipton can continue in the courtroom. So I'll put Mr. Brooks, Ms. Tortorello in breakout room number 2, Mr. Brooks in breakout room number 2, and Mr. Tipton can continue in the courtroom. All right, thank you. Y'all come back with announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your devices muted. Please make sure you have I see a chant, I see a D, but I need your whole name. I don't read minds, and so it's hard for me to know who's here if I don't have your whole name on the screen. So you're gonna have to change your name. You're looking for the rename function. So please chant, C-H-A-N-T, D, the capital letter D. Please change your designation on the screen to your first and last name. Thank you.
Miss Yolanda, right? Go ahead and stay muted, okay? I'm gonna call your cell phone. Just make sure you can turn your camera off and keep it muted, and I'm just gonna relay something to you, okay?
Your Honor, if I could be placed in a breakout room with Mr. Draper, please, and then Mr. McGee.
One moment, Ms. Tortorello.
Okay, thank you.
SEARS. I don't see it in my system at all. I'm gonna keep looking for one more thing. And it says TAMEKA, right? Okay, give me one more second to see if I can find this, okay? Search, Mika Sears, Magistrate Court, Mika L. Sears, right? Yes. So that was scheduled, it looks like that was scheduled for 6/16 of 2025. I'll bring it to the court's attention, in just a moment, okay? All right, thank you. Pardon me, Your Honor.
All right, did you need something, Mr. Tipton?
Yes, Your Honor. There's a young lady here who is on a prior civil calendar who thought she was supposed to be here today. May I give you the civil case number?
Yeah, Miss Powell, Miss Val, one of y'all. Go ahead, Mr. Tipton.
Yes, Your Honor. The civil case number is 2025 CV 04385. It looks like she she was supposed to be here today, and it looks like the case was last scheduled for the 20th of this month.
Would you repeat the case number? I got the first half of it.
Yes, ma'am. 2025 CV 04358. I'm sorry, 385.
Yes, Miss Sears, we saw her appear on camera on the 20th, and then it appeared to us that she fell off of Zoom for the remainder of the call. Her case was not called before. Sorry, she did not appear formally before the judge before her case was called. Therefore, we ruled in favor of the plaintiff, and an order will be issued soon.
All right. Thank you. I believe, may Ms. Sears come up here just in case she has any questions about that?
Sure.
Thank you.
200.
I'm sorry. Be just one. This is Miss Sears.
Miss Sears, did you have a question?
Said that the order will be sent out, so would that need to be mailed to me?
Yes, ma'am. It'll be mailed to you. And plaintiff is getting what they requested. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, I'm not even sure what they requested. Do you know how long will it take till I get that mailed out?
I would look out for it in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure how long the orders are taking to be mailed out, but we'll have it filed this week. Do you have any additional questions, ma'am? It's a little hard to hear you. Did you say that's all? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Powell.
Thank you.
All right. So we got those two things. Get those out, we'll be pretty much ready for 11. That's all I got. Ask me to take the rest of the day out. My birthday.
How old are you turning? 40. All right. I got 2 young daughters, so I can't go too crazy. Moment, and that's all these kids are doing, right? I think so. It's gonna be number of days. Or, yeah. Just verify that. Yeah, I'll tell her that.
Yeah, that's all good. I don't know if there was something else complicating the case. So there was I'm texting her right now, so it's gonna be first. She had rain in the last couple months, but I don't know if there's any. It was an accident. You're asking what the calendar is on for today, 11 o'clock. Mary Pat's still upstairs.
Absolutely, yeah. For the judge and act. There's second thing, told me he was my brother. Okay, Mr. Duplessis is actually in jail right now. I got him a no-security judicial release on that bench warrant, we hadn't released again. On Friday, because he was taken to Clayton County to so for that, I don't know if that's accurate. He's been in jail since at least May or June. I'll talk. I don't Steve, but that's an issue. But so again, they second week of September, okay. See, that's the thing, I don't know, he should be, the thing is, he should be getting released, because there's nothing actually legally holding him. The judge signed it, had a bench warrant that had been issued because he was in custody from Stockbridge. It's driving. Well, fix the overcrowded problem by letting people out on top, but this is also. So when he gets out, I can reach out and first discuss that. I don't think that's a problem. And get back to you on that. But yeah, that's all here.
Thank you, sir.
Oh.
Do we get those accusations? Your Honor, when you're ready, we do have two negotiated pleas for Mr. Duraneth in the courtroom and Ms. Wright, who was on the Zoom call.
And Your Honor, I would need to be placed in a breakout room with Mr. McGee whenever you're ready, please.
On a Monday. What's my birthday? Oh, well, that's happy birthday. I can tell everybody that. Good thing I'm not saying anything. But I appreciate it.
Are we ready?
Judge, I think Ms. Tortorella was requesting a breakout room, and I'm ready for two pleas for Mr. Duraneth and Ms. Wright and Ms.
All right, Ms. Tortorella, you need who now?
Mr. McGee?
All right, Mr. McGee, the invitation should pop up on your, Mr. Draper is still in that room, Ms. Tortorella.
Okay, I don't know if somebody can remove him. I don't know. Put him back on the.
When you go in there, you can tell them, get out.
Yeah. I tried to put him in the main session. Sometimes it doesn't work when they're, okay, he's back. All right, go ahead.
Great, thank you.
All right, I'm ready on your cases, Mr. Lynch.
All right, go ahead and do Ms. Wright first, if that works for you.
That works for me.
We'll go forward with Ms. Wright first, if that pleases the court.
Yes, it does.
Are you sure?
Oh, Lord.
Are you sure? If we were there.
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly please mute your devices. If you look at the screen where you should be and you do not see a red microphone with a cross through it, then you need to go ahead and mute your device. If you are driving, you need to pull over and park because you will get a distracted driving ticket while you're in court, and that could be very embarrassing because I'm sure it will make the YouTube. That's what they do. So please be mindful of these things. If you are here, please put your first and last name on the screen. I see a lot of people looking frustrated, but it's just 11:06 and we're almost finished with the 10 a.m. calendar. So relax because we're going to be here all day. You could be here in court sitting on hard pews instead of where you are about to go to work or at your house or anything that you're doing now. So just relax. We will get to you in a moment, but please make sure your first and last names are on the screen. And also please make sure that you mute your device. Miss Royshan Sumlin, you're free to go. Your case has been dismissed, sir. So let me go over the cases from the 10 o'clock calendar where people are free to leave. Anybody here for Baxter, Clark, Cortez Villanueva, Hollis, Kennerly, Lloyd, McGuire, Newton, Nicholson, Perkins, Sumlin, Veal, Williams, Willis. All of those individuals are free to go. Anybody associated with those cases is free to go. All right. All right, Mr. Lynch, you ready?
Yes, Judge, we're ready.
This is Ms. Wright.
Yes, Judge.
Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Wright, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on State of Georgia versus Yolanda Burton Wright, 2022 CR 02712 for battery family violence count 1, battery count 2, simple battery family violence count 3, and simple battery count 4. You're represented by Attorney Owen Lynch with the law firm of Lister Holton Dennis, and he's with you at the podium. He's with you in this hearing. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead before the court?
So, Judge, the accusation, I believe, has been amended to include a county disorderly conduct charge, which she intends to plead no contest to.
All right. So before the court, battery family violence, simple battery family violence, and simple battery will be null pros, and the amended count of county disorderly, count 5, you're entering a plea of nolo. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes, that is correct, Judge, and she indicated as well.
All right. So by entering the plea of nolo to the county disorderly, count 5 is amended. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On July 23rd of 2020, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to $3779 Grant Road in Ellenwood here in Clayton County. It was determined that the defendant before you, Miss Yolanda Wright, did approach Miss Charlene, Charlene, James, common spelling, did use profanity in her person. And then when a third person, Miss Christina, Kristina, Oliver, common last name spelling, got between the two of them, Miss Wright did punch Miss Oliver and scratch Miss Oliver's nose. The state's recommendation, Your Honor, is a 6-month suspended sentence, a $200 fine, and no contact directly or indirectly. James, who has requested no contact. Nothing further from the state.
All right, Mr. Lynch.
Yes, Judge. We are asking the court to accept that recommendation. Ms. Wright will be able to pay that in full within 60 days. And so that's what we're asking for, Judge.
All right. Say, Ms. Wright, do you have any reason to have contact with Ms. James or Ms. Oliver?
I don't.
All right. So, Ms. Wright, I don't know that this was about some kind of romantic entanglement. This might have just been a neighborhood dispute, but we're too grown to be fighting in the streets, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
going to accept your plea of nolo to count 5 as amended. Counts 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be no pros. I'll sentence you on count 5 to 6 months suspended sentence on a county disorderly. A $200 fine. This $200 fine, you'll have 60 days in which to pay. You're to have no contact with Charlene James and Christina Oliver. And ma'am, do you have an email address?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you put it in the chat function for me? You know how to use that?
I think, let me see, chat. I see chat.
Okay, click on where you see.
Yes. Yes, I see it, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you see a name that's highlighted in blue?
I think I passed it because I'm putting the email in now.
Okay, you're putting it into whom?
Let me see. To Frederick Simmons. Sermons. I don't know.
No, so whatever name is in blue, click on that name for me.
I don't see no name in blue. I see it in purple.
Okay, with the name in purple then.
Okay.
All right, do you see a list of names? Once you click on it, does a list come up?
Nope. Let me see. No list of names.
Ms. Wright, you would click on, there should be an icon next to where it says Clayton County State 304's personal meeting. The icon is like a little square with a pencil looking thing in it. If you click that, I think a list of names will come down. Do you see that?
Yeah, I did see it. They have it passed me. Let me see. Okay, I know.
I sent a request in the chat for her to send me her email address.
All right, so ma'am, you should have a request to you. Do you see a red box with a white number in it?
Red box with the right number.
Somewhere on a red box, or go to chat and do you see a number? There should be a message to you in the chat.
Only thing I see is it still just says Frederick Sermons and those that have no messages. I don't even see nobody else's name, but I don't even see an input of messages. I don't know what if I'm in the right.
Ms. Wright, I'm sorry, Ms. Wright, is your email the same email address that we've been communicating on?
Yes.
I believe ends in 043.
Yes, why right 043. Yeah, that's it.
I can provide the email address, Judge. Who do I need to provide it to?
To Ms. Wright, Amanda Wright.
Thank you.
All right. So Ms. Wright, you're going to get an email from the county. It's going to explain your sentencing. It's going to have the exact date by which you need to pay. Your amount is going to be $298 with the surcharges. That's the total. You'll pay that within the 60 days or an arrest warrant will issue.
Okay.
You need to make sure that you pay it either in person on the second floor of the Clayton County courthouse at the traffic window, or you can pay online or by phone, but please make sure that you read the instructions carefully about how to pay online or by phone, because I believe you have to make the entire payment and not partial payments if you wish to do it that way.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Be safe.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right. Next, Mr. Lynch.
Mr. Durant, come up front. We have Mr. Kenny Durant, Judge. Just, you can stand right next to me. Good morning. I want you to stand right here, right here.
Mr. Durant.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. So Sir, you're before the court on 2023 CR 01263 for driving under the influence, count 1, driving under the influence less safe, count 2, impeding traffic, count 3, and prohibited parking, count 4. Mr. Lynch, what is your client plea to the offenses before the court?
Your Honor, I believe the accusation has been amended to null pros the less safe and add a count of reckless driving, and I believe that is count 2.
Your Honor, the state's null processing count 1 and reducing count 2 to reckless.
Okay,
So he does intend to plead guilty to the reckless driving, Judge, and I believe all other counts would be either dismissed or null pros pursuant to the agreement.
all right. So, Mr. Durana, I'm going to, the state is, and the defense have amended the accusation against you. Count 1 will be null pros. Count 2, a reckless driving charge, you'll enter a plea of guilty. Counts 3 and 4 will be null pros. By doing so, sir, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On September 14th of 2022, officers with the Clayton County Police Department were dispatched to the Highway 8 in reference to a driver being asleep behind the wheel of a vehicle that was on the roadway. They made contact with the driver, who is the person before you, Mr. Kenny Duranath. They immediately smelled the scent of alcohol on Mr. Duranath, and Mr. Duranath did state that he had been drinking. Several field sobriety tests were completed during the investigation, yielding 4 out of 6 clues on HGN, 5 out of 8 clues on walk and turn, and 1 out of 5 on one leg stand. 1 out of 4 on one leg stand. State's recommendation, Your Honor. For count 2 is 12 months to serve 24 hours, credit for time served, 40 hours of community service, the DUI risk reduction program, substance abuse evaluation, and any recommended treatment, $500 fine, no alcohol, subject to random test. Nothing further from the state.
Mr. Lynch.
Judge, that was my understanding. We are asking the court to accept that plea as negotiated, and I have explained how probation works and how these conditions, what they require to Mr. Duranath. Thank you.
All right. Sir, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty to a reckless, 12 months to serve 24 hours, credit for time served. The balance will be probated for you to do 40 hours of community service. You're to take a substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that might be ordered. You'll do a risk reduction course and pay a fine in the amount of $500. It's going to be closer to $1,000 with the surcharges. So wait, no, it's going to be, hold on, $737.50 with the surcharges. So that'll be the total. You're to have no alcohol or illicit drugs, and you're subject to random screens for alcohol and drugs. And I think my message has been failing lately because I've been seeing a lot of people who are testing positive for alcohol and drugs. So, sir, you do get screened. It will come up positive if you drink or take illicit substances. Don't try and test it to see if, they might not do it this time. They may do it that time, because people are coming back to jail left and right because they're not listening to me. And also think about it this way. If you're willing to risk coming back to jail for a drink, then you have a problem with alcohol. If you are risking coming to jail to have a drink or to have some weed or now the new thing is cocaine is coming back. If you're willing to risk your job, your freedom, your money, your time, if you're willing to risk all of those things to have a substance in your body that I've told you you cannot have, then that means that there's a problem. And you need to acknowledge that so that we can get you to a space that's clear. Okay. All right. So you're going to leave the courtroom. You're going to go to your right into the next courtroom. Y'all hear me?
We can hear you, Judge.
Okay, because y'all were incredibly still, so somebody was frozen. All right, so you're gonna leave the courtroom, go to your right, go into courtroom 305. You're gonna meet with the probation expert there. They're gonna explain everything that you need to know about how to successfully complete probation. Please understand that these probation officers are particularly compassionate and caring, and they're gonna try and help you get through probation in the best way that they can, but they won't be able to help if you don't tell them what's going on. And the quickest way to get rearrested is to fail to appear for probation. You've got to show up for your probation reports. Okay?
Yes,
All right. Thank you, sir. Head on out to courtroom 305.
thank you.
All right, sir. All right, have a good one.
All right. And then I have Draper and who's next? McGee. So
Yes, Your Honor. For Mr. Draper, we are ready to move forward with the negotiated plea.
all right, Mr. Draper.
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand for me. Mr. Draper? I'm sorry, I'm not
Yes,
seeing
ma'am.
you. Oh, there you are. Do you
Yeah.
solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. You can put your hand down, sir. So you're before the court on case 2022 CR 01474, Dean Edward Draper. You're represented by attorney MJ Tortorello with the law firm of Lister Holton Dennis. Ms. Tortorello is representing you on the offenses of DUI, count 1 and improper lane change, count 2. Ms. Tortorello, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
For count 1, Your Honor, will be a DUI reduced to a reckless. That would be a guilty. And for improper lane change, that would be a no-low plea.
So they're actually playing the count 3 now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please check your screen. If you do not see the red with the crosshatch across it, then that means that you need to mute your device. If I'm not speaking with you. All right, so Mr. Draper, you're before the court on the amended plea of the amended charge of reckless driving, count 1, and count 2, improper lane change. You're entering a plea of guilty to reckless, and NOLO to improper lane change. And by doing so, sir, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Factual basis and recommendation, please.
Your Honor, Ms. Solster Brooks is muted.
All right, Mr. Brooks.
Forgive me. Yes, ma'am. On November the 15th, officers with the responded to a vehicular collision at Roundtree Road and Taylor Road. Officers made contact with the driver of the vehicle, identified as Dean Edward Draper. Did make observations of Mr. Draper that he was disoriented. Appeared the vehicle had hit a tree. Officers conducted a DUI investigation, beginning with HGN. They were unable to complete a walk and turn and one leg stand. During the course of the investigation, officers did look inside of his vehicle and did find what looked to appear to be a bottle of methadone, which was prescribed to Mr. Draper. His behavior was consistent of the influence of methadone. Officers placed him under arrest, read in plaque sent to which he refused, and this case was born from those facts. This all occurred here in Clayton County. Given the fact, Your Honor, the state has elected to reduce the charge to reckless driving. The state's recommendation to reckless driving is 12 months to serve 24 hours. He's to be credited with whatever time he served in custody. It's a $1,000 fine. The balance of the sentence is to be probated. He's to complete 40 hours of community service, a drug and alcohol evaluation, risk reduction course, submit to random testing and partake in no drugs and alcohol during the course of probation. To count two, that's a $100 fine being suspended.
All right, so a couple of questions. Is Mr. Draper in a recognized program for the cessation of use of a particular substance?
It's my understanding that that it was prescribed, but I don't know how it came to be prescribed. Looking at his history suggests that there may be a substance abuse problem. This would be a third DUI, first and 10. But I also see some other drug charges on his criminal history, so I'm not sure how they came about.
Your Honor, Your Honor, he was involved in a car accident where he was a victim. He, due to that, he's had a leg injury that causes him pain, and therefore that is actually a prescribed drug, Your Honor, that he needs for his pain.
Okay, so that's my question, because it's going to show up as an opioid on any testing. Mr. Drake, yes.
I was hoping that if we can make probation aware that this is a prescribed drug that he needs to take, and that could be an exception to what is part of the testing.
Okay. Mr. Draper is going to have to provide a HIPAA waiver to probation, and also provide his prescription information directly from the physician to probation, so that they can be aware of what levels should be there, what prescription he has, and what is likely to appear in any screens, so that they can look out for anything other than that. However, Mr. Draper, you have to be aware that what you're taking can cause these situations, especially if you take it into excess, or if you take it and you're not able to overcome the effects that it brings on, and then you get behind the wheel of the car. Mr. Draper, you've been incredibly fortunate in as much as you're still alive. And that's after, several events that are connected to this. But you have to understand that you don't get to possibly risk someone else's life or safety because of issues that you have. If you're not able to operate a vehicle, and many of these medications will say on the label, do not operate heavy machinery after taking this medication. If you're not able to operate a vehicle with the medication on board, then you risk killing somebody. And there's nothing I can sentence you to that would be worse than that.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay, so you'll provide a HIPAA waiver within 10 days of signing up for probation. Your physician who prescribes the medication should provide a prescription of all of the medications that you are prescribed, so that the probation can be aware of what is likely to show up in any screens. You will still be randomly screened. You're not to have any alcohol or illicit medications, anything that is not prescribed or prescribed for the use intended. So you'll be sentenced to, on count one, 12 months to serve 24 hours credit for time served. the balance will be probated for you to pay a fine in the amount of $1,000. That's going to be $1,420 with the surcharges. You'll do 40 hours of community service, a substance abuse evaluation, any treatment that might be ordered, a risk reduction course. If you are currently in treatment for substance abuse, then those treatment classes can be considered by the court, but you do have to submit those and proof of attendance to probation. You're subject to random screens, as I stated, for alcohol and illicit drugs. You'll provide a HIPAA waiver within 10 days to probation so that your physician can provide your prescriptions to probation so that they'll know what to look out for. Also, count 2 will run concurrent with count 1. That's a $100 fine, which will be suspended as long as you are successful in completing the terms and conditions under count 1. All right.
Your Honor, if I can disclose to the court, my client does live out of state, so I'm requesting that probation be by phone. And I'm aware that he can possibly obtain in a random testing location that's near his where he lives, and he can send those results over to probation. That's my understanding, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks?
I don't know what mechanisms probation has for out-of-state folks. I am aware that they have it's catered to the needs of out-of-state participants before. And so to that extent, the state has no objections. Assume that probation can manage his probation from at a distance.
All right, so Mr. Draper is technically called phone and mail report, but it's really mail report because they get too many phone calls to be able to monitor your phone call. So what I'm telling you is this is the best way to report timely. Get 12 envelopes, address them to the probation officer, stamp those envelopes, get 12 copies of the form, mark your calendar, and every month when you are to report, you make sure you fill out your form, provide anything that the probation has asked for, any proof of attending classes, any proof that you have completed 40 hours of community service, or proof that you are in the process of doing so. Any of those things that you need to provide to them on your monthly or periodic check-ins, then you will mail that in so that you can do that and be on time reporting. Also, you can get screened randomly at local labs, but probation is going to explain to you how that works and what you need to do to make sure that that is done. Please do not avoid the screens when you're directed to go get a screening. Please make sure that you do that. Please make sure that you send in your reports timely. And please make sure that you understand that the quickest way to get rearrested and to have an arrest warrant issued is to fail to report for probation. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions?
Do we mail it like 3 days in advance so that it arrives?
I would. The way the mail is running, you might want to do it a little bit ahead of that. But as long as you're getting it in around the time that it should be there, probation is not draconian. They're here to help you successfully complete. It's when people start missing months and not reporting at all, but be responsible about mailing it in so that they can get it in a timely manner. All right, Mr. Draper, you have a heavy responsibility. As I understand it, you may be dealing with something that causes you to have to monitor your actions more closely than others. And so because of that, you need to know that you might not be able to drive yourself around at certain times. You may have to take advantage of some of the things that exist now, like Lyft or Uber. But please be mindful that you cannot put someone else at risk and put yourself at risk again. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to place you in a breakout room with the probation expert. They are going to give you your intake. They're also going to answer any questions that you might have. Please ask Ms. James any questions that you may need answered, because particularly because you're outside the court's jurisdiction, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna move you to breakout room number 6. You do not have to come back to the main room once you've spoken with Ms. James, unless you have a question for the court, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, take care, Mr. Draper, and please be safe.
Same to you. Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right,
you, Your Honor.
and McGee?
Yes, Your Honor. Just would like to know the state's announcement first on McGee.
State is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is ready as well, Your Honor.
All right, so McGee and Wright will be ready on the upcoming trial calendar. Both calendars take place in person, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are on the trial calendar and will be appearing on the trial date, please make sure that you appear in courtroom 304 in Clayton County, Georgia, in Jonesboro on Terra Boulevard in person. All right. All right. So the 11 o'clock calendar. Thank you all for your patience. We're going to move quickly through this. First case on the calendar is Kevin Bernard Borum. Mr. Holton Dennis.
Your Honor, I believe my client is present in the courtroom.
Okay, what's the announcement from the state?
Your Honor, Mr. Borum's not present. State requests a bench warrant bond forfeiture on both cases.
Your Honor, my client is aware of this calendar call. We've been speaking, so if you could give me a moment to locate him, Your Honor.
All right, the bench warrant bond forfeiture is pending.
Okay, thank you.
Next is, and Mr. Borum has 2 cases. Solomon Duplessis.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Brill on behalf of Solomon Duplessis. I'm in the courtroom.
Good morning, Mr. Brill. State's announcement.
Oh, I apologize.
State's announcement.
Your Honor, state was in the middle of negotiating with the defense.
Okay. Are we ready now?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Defense announcement, we could be ready for trial. However, we can continue negotiations with the state. I think this will resolve. My client is in a bit of some bench warrant issues. He was in Clayton County Jail as of Friday, but we resolved that bench warrant. It was bench warrant.
Hi, Mr. Borum.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at you right now. I was looking at you the
All
whole
right,
time.
Ms. Tortorello, we don't need to hear it. Mr. Borum, if you're gonna be in court, I don't know you're here if I see TLC T430W. And if you don't put your first name and last name on the screen, I don't know you're here.
Oh, okay, how do I?
All right, Ms. Tortorello, work that out with him. All right, Mr. Brill, you said y'all are in the process of discussing the case. So I'll go ahead and let y'all continue the conference. I can come back to you for a final announcement, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I think it's on the September 8th calendar. He's actually in the Henry County Jail awaiting the processing a unsecured judicial release on that case that's holding him. So when he gets out, I'll discuss the offer the state has made today, and hopefully we'll resolve it because he is on the September 8th trial calendar. So
All right, do we need to do a bench warrant to get him here? Because if he's still in Henry County, once they release him, will he know to be here?
Your Honor, I would really appreciate not, because I've cleared several bench warrants, and the original bench warrant that was keeping him in the Clayton County Jail was from a Superior Court case that is still pending, and that was, I believe, improperly given. He spent about a month in the Clayton County Jail when his family retained me. So, Your Honor, we've been in contact with him, and I got his last 2 sheriff's departments holds. I got a UGA signed by the municipal court judge of Stockbridge on Friday. It just has not been processed because he had to go to Henry County Jail to have that processed. He should be released today. I will update the court, but I would really strongly ask that you not put a bench warrant in place because I would like to get him out because we've been trying to get him out for about 2 weeks, and the paperwork's been kind of holding him back in terms of two sheriff's departments prosecuting the paperwork.
Okay, so you got a few things going on with Mr. Duplessis is what you're telling me.
Yes, and Your Honor, my firm represents him on all of his issues.
On all of his issues? Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
bless your heart. Mr. Tipton, I'm inclined to let Mr. Brill produce him in court.
State defers to the court, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Brill is standing on his, is standing in his place and stating in his place that he'll have him here. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept that as his, as he is a member of the bar.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll update the court if I, for some reason, need a production order, but I don't anticipate any issue. You should be out today. Should have been out this weekend, but sometimes sheriff's departments in all these counties can be a bit understaffed, and processing paperwork, especially over the weekend, can be a bit difficult. So, Your Honor, I think that concludes my business, if I may be excused.
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Y'all have a nice day.
You too.
All right, so this is ready for trial. All right, Farmer. Tammy Annette Farmer.
Judge, I believe Ms. Farmer is on the Zoom call. Ms. Farmer, could you announce yourself?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Judge, I think that we may have a new offer to Ms. Farmer based on her getting her license. I think Mr. Tipton is just making sure that he's dotted all his I's and crossed all his T's. If we could just hold on that announcement, we may have a resolution.
Okay. All right, next, let's go back to Mr. Borum. Kevin Borum has two cases.
Yes, Your Honor, I would need to conference with the state first and then with my client on that one.
All right. After the next person is Gomez, Francisco Gomez. That's Mr. Studdard's case. Has anyone heard from Mr. Studdard?
I'm online. I'm here.
Oh, there you are, sir.
In spirit, at least, I'm here. I do represent Mr. Gomez, and Judge, this is a 2022 case number. I filed discovery back in December 5th of 2023, and I keep fairly good record in my database of discovery that I have filed and those that I've received. I can't find any receipt of discovery for Mr. Gomez. And I'm not suggesting that the state possibly didn't send something, but didn't make it to my computer. Anything he doesn't, he's in the courtroom, Judge, by the way. He and his son are here.
All right, so Mr. Tipton or Mr. Brooks, can you all verify that discovery was sent per the request made by Mr. Studdard?
Yes, Your Honor. I can confirm that discovery was sent on August the 14th of 2025.
August, well,
that's yesterday.
Let's say that's
14th, Your Honor. Today's the 25th, Your Honor.
I'm being facetious, Mr. Tipton.
Oh.
In
as much as Mr. Studdard says that he made the request in 2023. Is that correct, Mr. Studdard?
December the 5th, December the 8th, I'm sorry. Discovery was December 5th, 2023. I filed them in, and the record reflects that, county records reflect that. I don't see any certificate of service of any discovery recorded by the county on August 14th. And it may be a lag in my office, but I'm not keeping up. But in any event, I would ask for a one-time continuance to at least discuss it with Mr. Brooks or someone in his office about this case.
Continuance granted.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
And thank you, Mr. Tipton.
Brian Fabian Hall.
Your Honor, my understanding is that case has been null pros by the state.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right. Anyone here connected with this case of Brian Fabian Hall? You're free to go at this time. That case has been null pros. The next case is Katara Carey Harris.
Your Honor, that case was also null pros.
Anyone here on Katara Carey Harris? You're free to go at this time. Next is Jamon Dwayne Johnson.
Good morning, Judge Kevin Marks for Mr. Johnson, who is present here on the Zoom call. Received discovery, reviewed it with my client. We're ready for trial.
State will be ready when called, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Jermon Dwayne Johnson, anyone involved in that case, you'll be in court on September 8th, 2025, ready for a jury trial that is in person in courtroom 304, Clayton County. All righty,
And that is at 10 a.m., Your Honor.
yes,
Thank you. May I be excused?
you may, thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
And you, Mr. Marks.
Jasmine Demeen Johnson.
Judge, my client is in court, and I do request a brief conference with Mr. Tipton, and then I should have an announcement very shortly.
All right. Okay, the next case I have is closed. This would be Zanaya Sequoia Locke. That case is closed. The next case is Claudia Lopez. That case is closed.
Good morning, Judge. This is Attorney Sterling Stephenson. How are you doing?
I'm good, sir. The case for Ms. Lopez I have is that case was closed on August 13th of 2025.
Okay, Judge, I was not aware of that. I appreciate that. Ms. Lopez is online. May she be excused from this hearing, Judge?
Yes, anyone connected to the case of Claudia Lopez, it was no pros, and that case is closed. You're free to go at this time. Thank you, Mr. Stephenson.
Thank you, Judge. I do have 3 other matters on the calendar.
Okay. Next case is David Oliver.
Judge, I do represent Mr. Oliver. He is here in the courtroom. There is a pending motion to suppress, so I believe we'll likely announce ready pending having that hearing, and we have requested any video.
Okay, so I'll have you move from the calendar because you are on the September 17th, the trial calendar. You're on the September 17th motions calendar.
Thank you, Judge, and we'll do our best to make sure that if we're going to get any resolution other than going forward, we have it worked out by that motions calendar.
All right, thank you. Next case is Fabian G. Reed. Sterling Stephenson is the attorney.
That is correct, Judge. That is the second case that I have on the calendar.
All right, Mr. Tipton or Mr. Brooks?
Your Honor, state is ready.
Mr. Stephenson, their state is announced ready for trial.
Yes, Judge. I do believe this is on the September 8th bench trial calendar. Judge,
Yes.
we will be ready.
All right, so anyone involved in the case of Fabian Reed, this case will be in courtroom 304. So please be present in court in the Clayton County courtroom 304. All right, next is Kareem Assad Rogers. I saw information on this case, and it has, I know I saw something about this case.
Yes, Your Honor. We worked out a plea in absentia form, and Mr. Shipp was requesting a reset on it. The state did not have an objection.
Okay. When do we anticipate the plea in absentia?
Your Honor, we're going to send it out today. I believe our due date is going to be in 30 days.
All right, Ms. Val, if we could get 45 days out, so we can do a status check 45 days or after. Thank you. So we'll put it on a status calendar 45 or after.
She had a reset date for 9/16. Is that not far out enough?
Is it? No. They just sent out the PIA, so it's gonna be a minute.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
We could put it, Judge, we could put it on October 14th.
Yes, that's perfect. 10/14. Because trying to get, we've been having postal issues.
Sorry, let's do 10/21, Judge. I forgot you in conference that day.
Okay, 10/21. Because yeah, post office, bless their hearts, things have slowed down a little bit. Okay, so anybody here on Rogers, that case will be on for a status conference or status hearing on October 21st, 2025. If the PIA has been completed, then Mr. Rogers will not need to appear. Okay, all right. Douglas Salatina, that case is closed. Next is Rodriguez Domain Sermons.
Your
Rodriguez
Honor,
Sermons.
my client is on the call, and I would need to speak with him first, and then I'll have an announcement for the court.
All right. Carol Spatz, Sterla Stephenson.
Yes, Judge, that is my case as well. What say the state?
State's ready.
Judge, we will be ready on September 8th at 10 a.m.
All right. September 8th, 10 a.m. Anyone here on the Carol Spatz case, you'll be ready for a jury trial in court, in person, in the Clayton County Courthouse, courtroom 304, September 8th. Jonathan Stodgel.
Judge, that is my final case on the calendar. What say the state?
State will be ready when reached.
And Judge, the defense will be ready as well come September 8th at 10 a.m.
All right. So anyone here on the Stodgel case, September 8th in court, courtroom 304. Next is Brittany Tilford. That case is closed. Anybody here on Brittany Tilford? You're free to go at this time. That case has been closed. Shaquavius Nico Williams. Shaquavius Nico Williams.
Your Honor, state turned in a null pros for that on Thursday.
All right. So this is the calendar. That's the last case on the 11 a.m. calendar. Borum is 2 cases that requesting a conference. Duplessis is ready. Farmer is requesting a conference. Gomez is a continuance. Hall, null pros. Harris, null pros. Johnson announces ready. Johnson, the second Johnson. Johnson, let's see. Jasmine Johnson is announcing conference. Loesch, no pros. Lopez, no pros. Oliver is on the September 17th motions calendar. Reed is ready for trial. Rogers is going to be a PIA. Salatino is closed. Sermons is a conference. Fats is ready for trial. Stodgel is ready for trial. Tilford is no pros, and Williams is no pros. I'll set up the breakout rooms. So go ahead and let me know who needs whom.
I'm sorry, Judge. This is Shaquavius Williams. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I'm sorry. No problem. So, Ms. Williams, that means that your case has been no pros. They're not going to prosecute the case. It is going to be dismissed. But I just caution you, for anyone who's had your case dismissed, please remember what got you here. There is a period of time in which the state can bring the case back. So please don't do any of those behaviors that got you before the court in the first place. If you're having a conflict with somebody, either avoid that person or do find an avenue of therapy or some other way to communicate better with that person. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. You're free to go. All right. So I have conference for Borum. Ms. Portabello, do you need a breakout room with Mr. Borum?
I would need a breakout room with the state first, and then
Okay.
Mr. Borum.
All right. Is that Mr. Brooks or Mr. Tipton?
I could speak with Mr. Brooks.
All right. I'm moving you into breakout room number 2 with Mr. Brooks, and you'll be speaking to him about Mr. Borum and who else? Or is that your only one? Okay, she may have already gone in. Mr. Lynch, do you need a breakout room, or are you talking to people in the courtroom?
No, Judge, for right now, I'm talking to people in the courtroom and via my cell phone as well with Ms. Farmer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be patient. Thank you for your patience. We're going to finish up pretty quickly, but just wait until they come back with an announcement. I see a Mr. Feltz, Felts. Is he a witness? If so, he's fine. He's where he needs to be. Otherwise, is he here? Because I haven't called his name on any of the morning calendars. I want to make sure that we're not wasting his time. So if anyone knows why Mr. Feltz is here, go ahead and send him a message or speak to him and make sure that he's in the right place. Okay.
Your Honor, he states witness on Borum.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you, Mr. Feltz, for your patience. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back when they make announcements. And please keep your devices muted for me.
Your Honor, I didn't get the invitation for the breakout room, for breakout room 2.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Please leave your message for.
Mr. Brooks, you were actually already in it. Let me go ahead and switch you and put you back in, okay?
Okay,
Hold
thank
on.
you.
Mr. Brooks, it should have come up already. You see it? Okay.
Hello.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Confused?
Your Honor, if I can be placed in a breakout room with Mr. Borum, please.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put you and Mr. Borum in breakout room number 3. So Mr. Borum, I'm gonna move you to breakout room number 3. You will see the announcement pop up on your screen. Go ahead and activate your screen and go into the breakout room, and Mr. Tortorella will meet you.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Your Honor,
Yes, Ms. Tortorella?
on Mr. Borum's cases, we are going to accept the state's offer.
Okay, I'm ready whenever y'all are.
Okay.
Your Honor, if you would just give me one moment, I need to amend the accusation.
Okay, no problem. Just let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, at the court's pleasure, state is ready.
All right, I'm ready, Mr. Borum.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Raise your
Okay.
right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on case 2022 CR 01387, leaving the scene, count 1, improper lane change, count 2. You're represented by the law firm of Lister, Holton, Dennis. Miss MJ Tortorello is your attorney. Miss Tortorello, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court on this case?
Only on that case ended 1387. The state is going to move to null pros.
All right, that case will be no pros.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
the remaining case is 2022 CR 01388.
It's my understanding that they'll be pleading to an amended count of reckless driving, and all other counts will be null pros. So that reckless driving count is count 3, count 1, and count 2 will be null pros.
All
That's
right.
my understanding as well, Your Honor.
All right. So, sir, on the first case before this court, 2022 CR 01387 will be no pros in its entirety for the agreement between the attorneys. Count 2, 2022 CV 01388. Counts 1 and 2 will be no pros. The amended charge of reckless driving on count 3, you'll be entering a plea of guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So by entering this plea of guilty, sir, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, ma'am. On May 22nd, May 21st of 2022, also the Atlanta Police Department responded to a person in distress call at 5800 South Terminal Parkway. Officers arrived, found the person in a vehicle, slumbering over the steering wheel. Officers blew their horn, could not wake the person up. Ultimately, was able to wake the person up. Officers inquired whether or not there was a medical issue. Did have fire attend to the scene. When they arrived, when fire arrived at the scene, they cleared the driver. Officers did know the speech was slurred, and the driver smelled of beer, and there appeared to be beer in a cup inside of the vehicle. Officers placed that driver under arrest for DUI. That driver was identified as Mr. Kevin Bourne. This all occurred here in Clayton County. Today's recommendation is 12 months to serve, 24 hours. He's with credit with time served. It's a $500 fine. They have no drugs and alcohol during the course of probation. Submit to a drug and alcohol evaluation, and treatment should be necessary. Random testing, a risk reduction program, and complete 40 hours of community service. All other counts of the accusation will be null crossed.
All right, Ms. Tortorello.
Yes, Your Honor. For case 2022 CR 01388, we ask that the court accept the plea as negotiated.
All right, Mr. Borum, you had a couple of cases around the same time, and I'm not sure what was going on in your life at that period of time, but when I see anomalies like this where things are happening one behind the other, and maybe nothing else is before that or nothing else after that for a while, then that tells me that something might have been going on during that period of time. Hopefully those have been.
It really was.
I figured that. Hopefully those things have been resolved, and that should you run into difficult situations again, be mindful, sir, that however you deal with them, you're dealing with your situation should not cause an issue for someone else. And so you need to be safe in how you deal with issues, because everybody's got something. And so, just as this something was going on for you then, it could happen again, something similar or something that takes you off the path. But just remember that while you're dealing with your stuff, you don't get to impose issues on other people. And that's what happens when you drive recklessly or under the influence, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You're absolutely right.
I'm going to accept your plea of guilty to the amended charge of reckless on case 2022 CR 01388. That is 12 months to serve 24 hours credit for time served. Balance will be probated for you to pay a fine in the amount of $500. That'll be $737.50 with the surcharges. You're to have no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation. You're subject to random screens for alcohol and drugs. You'll take a risk reduction, a substance abuse course, and any treatment that may be ordered. You'll take a risk reduction course, and you'll do 40 hours of community service. All right. If you don't have any questions, Mr. Borum, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. James, who is our probation expert. She's going to do your intake. She's going to answer any questions that you might have about what you need to do to successfully complete probation. Please understand that missing probation reports is the quickest way to get arrested. And as long as you're reporting and going along with what I've ordered you to do, you should be fine. If you have any difficulties, please make sure that you discuss them with your probation officer so that they can make any adjustments or ask for any adjustments you might need.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to put you in the breakout room with Ms. James, and you do not have to come back to the main room once you have spoken to her, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you have a wonderful day.
You too. All right, who's next?
Your Honor, if I can be placed in a breakout room with Mr. Sermons?
All right. Mr. Sermons, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Ms. Tortorello. You'll see the invitation pop up on your screen in a moment. You're gonna be in breakout room number 3. And was someone speaking with Ms. Farmer?
Judge, we have a negotiated plea for Ms. Farmer.
All right, I'm ready when you all are.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Tiffany, you ready for that?
Yes.
Ms.
We're ready.
Farmer?
Ma'am.
Okay. Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down, ma'am. You're before the court on state of Georgia. What is going on? State of Georgia versus Tammy Annette Farmer, 2022 CR 01450 for driving on a suspended or revoked license, count 1, no license, count 2, no insurance, count 3, and driving following too close with an accident, count 4. What is your client plead to the offenses before the court, Mr. Lynch?
Judge, I believe counts 1 and 2 would be null pros pursuant to the agreement. She'll enter a plea of no contest to count 3, no insurance, and a plea of guilty to count 4 following too closely.
All right. By entering a plea of no to count 3, guilty to count 4, counts 1 and 2 will be null pros. Ms. Farmer, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, to present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Factual basis and recommendation. But first, Mr. Phelps is still here, and I believe he was on the Borum case. It is fine with me if you all release Mr. Phelps, if he was in fact on that Borum case. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Phelps, you may be excused if you would like to. Is the court ready for my factual basis recommendation?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 31st of 2022, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to a motor vehicle collision at Jonesboro Road and Commerce Road. There it was determined that the defendant before you, Ms. Farmer, did drive her vehicle closer behind another vehicle than was reasonably safe, causing an automobile accident. It was also determined that she was driving without valid motor vehicle insurance. State's recommendation, Your Honor, is a $100 fine to the following too close and a $200 fine to the no insurance.
All right, Mr. Lynch, how much time does your client need to pay the fines and fees on count 3? It's a $200 fine. That'll be $298 with the surcharges. On count 4, it's a $100 fine. That'll be $151.50 with the surcharges.
I believe we discussed this, but Ms. Farmer, can you pay those fines within 60 days?
Yes, I can.
We would just request 60 days, Judge.
All right. So, Ms. Farmer, when you're on the road and you're driving and you don't have insurance, if you injure someone or you cause property damage, then you could put them in a really bad situation. You do not want, I have to see you, Ms. Farmer. You do not want to have somebody in a situation where they lose their vehicle, they lose their job, they lose their home because they're not able to get compensation from you for injuries done. So please be mindful that if you're driving, you need to have insurance. And instead of waiting until you get caught and get a ticket and then have to pay $450, almost $460 in fines, go ahead and pay for the insurance. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'll give you 60 days in which to pay. Do you have her email address, Mr. Lynch?
I do. I believe
Okay,
that.
you go ahead and send that to Miss Amanda Wright. Miss Farmer, you're going to get an email. Please check your spam if you don't get it directly. You get an email from the county clerk's office. It'll have information about your sentencing. It'll have the date by which you have to pay. I would pay before that if possible, so that you don't have any glitches on the absolute day, because an arrest warrant can issue. Also, please make sure you check on how to pay online or by phone if you are not able to come down to the Clayton County Courthouse and pay in person on the second floor. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Farmer, please be safe out there. Because you know, if you hit somebody and you don't have insurance, they're the ones who continue to suffer. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Who else is
Judge,
yes.
I do have Jasmine Johnson in the
Yes.
courtroom, and assuming the state's announcement, we're going to announcement as well.
All right, what's the state's announcement on Jasmine Johnson?
Ready when reached, Your Honor. Well, I'm sorry, ready, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lynch.
Judge, we're going to announce ready at this time.
Okay, so Ms. Johnson, you'll be in court on September 8th, ready for trial in the courtroom 304 in person. All right, you're free to go at this time. The last case on the calendar, unless I'm mistaken, is Sermons. Ms. Tortorello was speaking to Mr. Sermons as soon as she's ready to make an announcement. And once we are finished with that, we have a 1 p.m. calendar, the SSD calendar, if I'm not mistaken. And then we'll move on to the 2 calendars on the 2 o'clock calendar.
And Your Honor, if I may, I do have one question about the 10 a.m.
Yes.
Jordan has a pending immunity motion. Will that be heard on a specified motions calendar?
Who is it?
Jordan McGee on the 10 a.m., Your Honor.
We can hear the immunity on at trial, day before trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to let my victim know.
All righty, thank you. All right, so we're waiting on Sermons. Thank you.
We have 6 weeks of every hearing trial, every or every other
Well, we have September the 8th, then we have a week off, and then September the 22nd, right? Or September.
Dang, I got a piece.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
we're ready to move forward with the negotiated plea.
All right, Mr. Sermons.
You hear me?
Yes. Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on State of Georgia versus Rodriguez, Jermaine Sermons, 2022 CR 01428 for speeding 35 plus miles an hour over the limit. You're represented by Attorney Tortorello. She's with you on this hearing. Ms. Tortorello, what is your client plead to the offense before the court?
Your Honor, my understanding is that the speeding will be reduced by 5 miles per hour down to 30, and he will be pleading NOLO.
All right. By Mr. Sermons, by entering a plea of NOLO to the amended speed of 30 miles per hour over the limit, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please.
Your Honor, if I may have one moment, I'm updating the charge in CPU 8 so that it shows as only being 30 miles over.
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, if I may have a moment longer, my computer seems to have died when I got up to address the court.
That's fine.
Your Honor, the accusation's been amended. The state would like to thank the court for its patience.
All right, Mr. Tipton, factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, on March 30th of 2022, officers with the Clayton County Police Department did observe the defendant before you, Mr. Sermons, driving on the roadways of Clayton County to wit Forest Parkway near Cook Road here in Clayton County at a speed of 76 miles per hour in a zone marked for 40 miles per hour. Per plea negotiations, Your Honor, state has reduced the speed by 5 miles per hour. State's recommendation is a $500 fine.
All right, Ms. Tortorella.
Hold on a second, Your Honor. My understanding it was 75 miles per hour. I'm looking at the citation, and my apologies.
Okay, are we changing the speed? We changing the
No,
amount?
sorry.
What are we doing?
I was just looking at the discovery. It is correct. It was 76 miles per hour. Yes, so Your Honor, only that you accept the plea as negotiated.
All right, Mr. Sermons, unless you're in a closed course and you're trying to get a job as an ambulance driver, I'm gonna need you to slow down, sir.
Yeah.
Because that's just out of control. All right, so and also, sir, you've used your NOLO, so if you do it again, that's a super speeder, and that's an additional $200 from the Department of Driver Services that has absolutely nothing to do with us. We clear?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
All right, so I'm going to accept your plea.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I got this disorder. I'm sorry. What was said again?
I said, if you don't slow down and you get something like this again, you've used your NOLO plea, which means that you wouldn't have that available to you. And if you have what is called a super speeder, not only would you have the criminal case where you might be fined in the criminal court, but you would also have to pay a $200 fee to keep them from suspending your license for driver services. That's what happens to super speeders.
Wait, so what if you had a super speeder pendant? Like if you had got another one, hypothetically, right? Would
Well,
that,
hypothetically, I can't give you legal advice. That's for Ms. Tortorello to do. But practically, slow down. Where are you going that you got to almost kill somebody to get there?
I wasn't
I
going
can't,
that fast.
don't tell me, don't talk, because you about to mess up the deal you got. What I'm telling you is you've used your NOLO for the next 5 years. You do not have one available to you for this offense. And that if you get another one of these charges, not only would you have consequences before the court, which could include jail, because speeders go to jail, but you can also have to pay an additional $200 for the Department of Driver Services. Need you to take this seriously, Mr. Sermons, because if you have never seen an accident at speeds of 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, then you can't appreciate how much you could endanger your life or someone else. All right. The fine is $500. That'll be $737.50. Ms. Tortorello, how long does Mr. Sermons need to pay this amount?
90 days, Your Honor.
I don't usually give 90 days. I usually give 60 days or 12 months pay only probation. Take your pick.
Mr. Sermons, would 60 days be okay?
Dang, I can't just like go back on like the not guilty thing.
And do what, Mr. Sermons?
Like I'm pleading not guilty.
All right, so you're going to go to trial. You'll be on the next available trial calendar, sir. Please keep in touch with your attorney. And please understand that this offer will expire, and you have the possibility of jail time at trial if you're convicted. All right.
Your Honor, Your Honor, the state is going to amend the accusation again to restore it back to what it was previously. I just want the court to be aware of that in case there's any issues with the plea and bar.
Oh, that's fine. Ms. Tortorello?
Your Honor, can I speak to my client?
Sure you can, but not
you.
on my time. We'll be back at 1. I have him down for a not guilty. If y'all want to come back at the 1 o'clock calendar and talk to me, that's fine. We're gonna take a break till then. I'll see everybody at about 1:10.